Then a man wrestled with him until daybreak. When the man saw that he could not defeat Jacob, he struck the socket of his hip. So the socket of Jacob's hip was dislocated while he wrestled with him. Then the man said, "Let me go, for the dawn is breaking. I will not let you go." Jacob replied, "Until you bless me." We're going to end right there. I will not let you go until you bless me. I've used a simple topic. It says facing your situation. Just facing your situation. And as we go into it, and y'all can have your seats facing your situation. It's really simple. We all go through a lot in life. And just a little bit on the story of when we came in. His mother, Jacob and Esau, his mother, the older will serve the younger. And then it goes on, and as he was coming along, we talk about Jacob. A lot of us go through this in life. A lot of us come into the world, and we just come in, and we just all bright, bushy tail, but we don't know what God has in store for us. We don't know the things that we're going to have to endure in life. We can't see that because we're young and we're vibrant, and we can only see the fun part. But then as we begin to grow, and when all kind of things start to come up against us, then we begin to experience, we can say, the evils of the world. But I digress, and I go back to Jacob because when I was reading it, and this is just for those who are constantly facing situations. Those of us who are constantly going through different things in life. Well, here we have a man that came into the world, wasn't asking for anything. He wasn't worried about anything. Matter of fact, he was just kind of quiet, and he kept to himself. Didn't want anything. But sometimes when God gives you something, gives you a gift that you have to complete, there's going to be all kind of trials and tribulations that's going to come your way. All types of situations, y'all. Just stay with me. So therefore, he had to go through these different things in life. So as he got a little older, and his brother, there was one day, and his mother heard him over talking, and he was getting ready to bless his brother. But his mother stepped in and made sure that he received the blessing. You got to understand, this was all in God's plan. This is a situation, too, that Jacob had to face. Just stay with me here. And as he began to face that situation, now his brother wanted to kill him. And as his brother wanted to kill him, his father and the mother said, "You got to leave here. You can't stay here. Now here's another situation." In other words, I'm going out into the world, and I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I got to face. I don't even know if I can make it out there. But I'm leaving with nothing but a backpack on my back. In his situation, I'm just leaving with a stick in my hand, but I'm going anyway. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I know that God will be with me wherever I go. Y'all stay with me. So as he continued on, and he went back to his relatives. And as he went back to his relatives, he began to work. He saw a woman that he was really just thought she was gorgeous, and he had to have her. So he began to work for her. A situation. And the situation began to grow from there. And then he worked 7 years. Then he worked another 7 years. And he stayed there with the family, and he just worked, and he just worked, and he just worked, and he just worked, and he applied himself. But in the meantime, stay with me here. As he began to work so much, God began to bless him as he began to work. He said he would never leave you nor forsake you. So as he began to work, each situation he found his way out of. God began to bless him more and more. Sometimes we don't see the things as we're going along. We don't see how God is beginning to place things on your life. How he's beginning to bless you out of your obedience. Because of your obedience, you will begin to gather things. You begin to get blessings upon blessings, even though the situation may look a little dim. It may look a little bad to you in your eyes, but God is working it out for you. The only thing you got to do is continue to just hold Well, he held on and he held on. And then it came to him one night, you got to leave here. Well, after you begin to leave here, the master with his cousin, his uncle, and his relatives didn't want him to leave. Why? Because when you got somebody among you that's blessing you so well, that's taking care of you so great, you don't want to lose that. Why? Because you know that you're losing a great part. You feel like all is lost. But God is still able. In other words, let's go to it, brother. If he brought you something good once, don't you think God will bless you again? You just got to have the faith to hold on to God's unchanging hand. So Jacob went on. He packed up his bags. He had to get on back down south, where the crickets are creeping and bugs are flying and mosquitoes are all over you. But God tells you to go, you got to go. You got to face everything that comes your way. Even if you have all kind of adversaries out there, enemies out there, the devil attacking you from this angle, that angle, this angle. But you just hold on to God and changing hands. I'm going to digress here. There was a story, and I hope she don't mind me using it. There was a story that I didn't even know. There was a young lady that was just out there. Just left home and that was out there. Really touched my heart. Didn't have nowhere to go. Hello, Jacob. Didn't know where she was going to go. But then she just found herself out there without nothing. Day in and day out, don't know where you're going to sleep. What you're going to eat. Who's going to attack you. Who's going to abuse you. But yet you got to get up every day